Good afternoon. My name is Michael Castilla. I am a proud student of American Military University. Today, we'll be discussing sensitivity analysis and how it relates to capital budgeting. Okay, so what is sensitivity analysis? Sensitivity analysis is used to evaluate how changes in key input variables affect the outcome of financial models such as net present value and internet rate of return, helping decision makers assess risk and uncertainty. Conrad Kohlberg, in his book Business Analysis with Microsoft Excel, provides practical guidance on performing sensitivity analysis using Excel. While he doesn't offer a standalone definition, he emphasizes that sensitivity analysis involves systematically varying key input variables to observe their impact on financial outcomes such as net present value or internal rate return. This approach helps analysts identify variables most significantly influence a project's financial viability. Sensitivity analysis shows how changing one variable affects a project's results, and it helps decision makers. Next, we're going to talk about what is capital budgeting. Capital budgeting is the process of evaluating and selecting long-term investments that are consistent with a firm's goal of maximizing owner wealth. Sensitivity analysis is directly related to capital budgeting because it helps evaluate the risk and reliability of investment decisions by testing how sensitive the project's outcome are to change in key assumptions. Good example of how sensitivity analysis is related to capital budgeting is if a project's base case shows an NPV of 500,000, but a 5% drop in sales reduces it to negative 50,000. Sensitivity analysis reveals that sales volume is a high risk factor, which could impact whether to proceed with the investment. So who uses sensitivity analysis and why? Sensitivity analysis is widely used across industries and professions where decision making involves uncertainty and financial projections. Main users include financial analysts, project managers, and investors and lenders. Anyone involved in planning, forecasting, or investment decisions can benefit from using sensitivity analysis to make more informed risk-aware choices. Sensitivity analysis is used in capital budgeting to help decision makers understand risk and improve the quality of investment decisions. Sensitivity analysis identifies critical variables, assesses project risk, improves decision making, supports scenario planning, and increases transparency. A good example is if a project's NPV drops from 200,000 to negative 50,000 with just a 10% decrease in expected sales, sensitivity analysis helps the company realize how vulnerable the project is to market changes. The following are steps to sensitivity analysis, qualitative steps. First, identify key factors. For example, market conditions and regulations. Second, assess uncertainty, whether it's high or low. Third, evaluate impact, positive or negative effects. 4, assess likelihood, probability of occurrence. 5, scenario planning, looking at best, worst, and likely cases. 6, rank risks, looking at how this impacts and its likelihood. 7, mitigate risks. like developing strategies. 8. Make decisions based on insights. So next we'll talk about steps to sensitivity analysis, quantitative steps. Quantitative analysis in sensitivity analysis involves using numerical data to measure how changes in key variables affect a project's financial outcome. The first step is to identify key variables and choose important factors. For example, sales or cost. Second, set the range. Define the variation for each variable. Third, calculate the best case. Find the outcome with initial values. For example, NPV. Fourth, change one variable. Vary one factor at a time. 5. For calculate results. Calculate the new outcome for each change. 6. Document results. Record the changes in a table. 7. Analyze sensitivity. Analyze which variable affects outcomes the most. 8. Make decisions. Use the results to guide investment decisions. So what are risks in capital budgeting? Capital budgeting risks refer to the uncertainty that a project's actual return will differ from expected returns. These risks can impact the project's success or lead to financial loss. Below are some common types of risks. Market risks. This could be changes in demand or competition. Financial risk could be uncertainty in interest rates or inflation. Operational risk. This could be delays or cost overruns. Technological risk. This could be technology failure or obsolescence. Regulatory risk. This could be changes in laws or regulations. Political risk. Political instability or policy changes. Economic risks. This could be economic downturns or recessions. And lastly, environmental risks. It could be environmental impact or compliance issues. Next, let's talk about advantages of using sensitivity analysis. Some of the advantages are: identifies key risks, which shows which factor impact outcomes most, improves decisions, which helps make better investment choices, quantifies uncertainty, which measures the effect of changes in assumptions, better risk management, which prepares for different scenarios, increases confidence, which builds trust in project stability, and it is flexible, which can be used for various projects and models. The following are real-world examples of sensitivity analysis in healthcare. Number 1, treatment cost effectiveness, which means assessing how changes in drug cost or treatment duration affect cost effectiveness. Number 2, financial planning. Evaluate the impact of changes in patient volume or insurance payment on hospital finances. Number 3, policy changes. Analyzing the effect of new healthcare policies on hospital revenues. Number 4, resource allocation. Optimizing resources used in public health programs like vaccinations. Lastly, number 5, hospital capacity. Examining how changes in patient admissions or staff availability affect hospital capacity. In this last and final slide, you can see the references utilized for this presentation.